What happens when a legend returns after 7 weeks away from the table, marking his 1000th ranking event match in spectacular fashion? At 49 years old, Ronnie O'Sullivan just reminded everyone why they call him the Rocket. With a breathtaking performance at the Xi'an Grand Prix that has fans buzzing worldwide. If you love snooker and want to witness greatness unfold, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because today we're diving deep into O'Sullivan's stunning return to competitive action. The Xi'an Sports Complex in Xi'an was charged with anticipation as Ronnie O'Sullivan stepped out to mark his 1000th ranking event match, a milestone that few in the sport will ever touch. After a 7-week pause from competitive play, fans wondered what kind of form he'd bring. But from the moment he appeared, it was clear this was a moment of history, not hesitation. 33 years into his professional career, the Rocket stood ready to remind everyone that his connection with the cue and the crowd remains as electric as ever.
But even his really good days were gone. His Zintong was at 17-7 and really convincing performances, even when he was winning some of the matches. But
which shows how much of this sport is played between the ears.
The break from competition wasn't random though. O'Sullivan's last competitive appearance came back in mid-August at the Saudi Arabia Masters, where he delivered an incredible performance that saw him reach the final. Despite ultimately finishing as runner-up to Neil Robertson, the tournament showcased vintage Ronnie. He compiled an astonishing 11 centuries during that event and even bagged 2 maximum 147 breaks, pocketing bonus jackpots along the way. The £200,000 prize money for finishing second gave his world ranking a much-needed boost at a crucial time in the season.
What a player. What a moment this is going to be. 5 balls for a second maximum.
125.
genius. Ronnie O'Sullivan for the second maximum time.
But stepping away for 7 weeks, that's a bold move for any player, let alone someone defending significant prize money this season. Some fans wondered if age was finally catching up with the maestro. Others speculated about motivation issues or whether we'd see the same sharp, clinical Ronnie when he returned. The snooker world was watching, waiting, holding its breath. Well, those doubts vanished quicker than one of Ronnie's lightning-fast breaks. His opponent for this historic 1000th match was Lulian Boyko, a capable player but one who stood no chance against what unfolded. A whitewash, a complete 5-0 shellacking that left everyone speechless. But the scoreline only tells part of the story. What unfolded in that match was a demonstration of what makes Ronnie O'Sullivan unique: the ability to merge precision and poetry into one seamless rhythm. His centuries of 107 and 112 weren't routine breaks, they were exhibitions of vision and control, with every shot linking naturally to the next, every movement deliberate yet fluid. The cue ball obeyed him with absolute trust, gliding from one perfect angle to another as the audience sat in silent admiration.
Of the tournament, and that's in the 7 frames he's played.
Yeah, throughout the years, always had a push on extension.
His composure radiated a sense of ease that only years of experience can produce. Each frame carried the confidence of a player entirely in tune with himself and the game. 7 weeks away from the table hadn't dulled his rhythm, it seemed to have refined it. The Xi'an Grand Prix may be new to the snooker calendar, but performances like this give it immediate gravitas, the kind of display that defines tournaments, inspires players, and reminds fans what peak-level snooker artistry looks like. Reaching 1,000 ranking event matches is more than a number. It's a story written across generations of snooker. Since turning professional in 1992, O'Sullivan has adapted through every era of the sport's evolution, from table technology to global expansion, staying relevant and dominant through pure passion and reinvention. Few have managed to combine such talent with the discipline required to sustain it for over 3 decades.
Well, as I've done since maybe 2012, you know, the last time I hit the ball this well was probably that long ago. I played well in...
This milestone is also a symbol of endurance. Players often fade long before this stage, but Ronnie's evolution has kept him ahead of time itself. The blazing speed of his youth has blended with mature tactical precision, creating a version of O'Sullivan that's more complete than ever. To play this match with this kind of grace and dominance isn't just longevity, it's legacy in motion, proof that true mastery grows even stronger with experience.
Had such good support from the fans, so it means I obviously play the game the way people like to watch it. You know, they want to know. Maybe it's a bit like when Tiger Woods used to play golf, a bit like when Federer played tennis, Messi plays football. People seem to get great enjoyment for it. So, you know, I'm happy to be that guy.
The 2025-26 season has already offered moments of brilliance, and the Xi'an Grand Prix sits right at its heart. With heavyweights like Kyron Wilson, Zhao Xintong and Ding Chunhui in the mix, competition was fierce and the stakes high, both in terms of prize money and ranking points. The £177,000 winner's share reflects the prestige this event has quickly built, cementing it as one of the season's most important fixtures. Ronnie's return added a spark of anticipation that elevated the entire tournament atmosphere. Despite his absence since August, he arrived sharp, focused, and ready to perform. That 5-0 opener wasn't merely a fast start. It was a statement that his rhythm had not just returned, but intensified. Fellow professionals recognized it instantly. This was the form that earns peer respect and fan devotion in equal measure.
He's had the cue ball pretty much perfect every shot.
Watching Ronnie O'Sullivan in full flow remains one of sport's purest joys. The fluid motion, the timing, the instinct. It's as though the table bends to his rhythm. Every pot seems both deliberate and effortless, an expression of confidence, so natural it feels choreographed. At Xi'an, those familiar patterns reappeared. Precise cueing, audacious angles, and seamless control that drew gasps from the crowd.
Had that chance, couldn't pot the initial red. O'Sullivan has made a century.
What elevated this performance wasn't just technique, but composure. Coming back after weeks away requires mental clarity, and Ronnie displayed it in abundance. His focus never wavered, his self-assurance radiated through every frame. The centuries against Boyko weren't routine, they were messages, quiet affirmations that he remains the benchmark of modern snooker. For those watching, it wasn't simply sport, it was mastery unfolding before their eyes. O'Sullivan's start in Xi'an redefined expectations for the rest of the season. Each century, each dominant frame signals a refreshed mindset and renewed energy, setting a standard that others will now chase. For younger players, it's both inspiration and challenge, proof that elite performance is as much about mental balance and recovery as it is about hours of practice.
$127.
At 49, his continued excellence also reshapes perceptions of longevity in the sport. With conditioning, focus, and passion, he's showing that the competitive window can remain open far longer than once believed. Every frame he plays now feels like a bridge between eras, the living embodiment of snooker's past, present, and still unfolding future.
Fancy bridging with it. So that puts paid to
41.
Another maximum for now.
The Xi'an Grand Prix is part of snooker's expanding global story, and nowhere embraces that growth more enthusiastically than China. The Huajiang Sports Complex crowd offered a glimpse of the sport's thriving future, attentive, knowledgeable, and deeply appreciative of high-quality play. These international stages bring together generations of talent, blending heritage with new ambition. This growing circuit benefits everyone involved. For players, it provides new opportunities and career longevity. For fans, it creates fresh rivalries and unforgettable moments. The competitive depth, showcased through the qualifiers and main draw, reflects a sport in exceptional health. As global interest surges, tournaments like Xi'an ensure that snooker's artistry continues to resonate across cultures, speaking in universal sporting language of precision and poise. There's a rhythm to Ronnie O'Sullivan's play that few athletes in any sport can match, an elegant balance of instinct and control that turns each break into a kind of performance art. Watching him compile the century feels like hearing a familiar melody played with new expression each time. The economy of motion, the ease of decision-making, and the unshakable confidence all combine into something greater than competition, a living composition.
Well, it's been just over 7 weeks, isn't it, since
84.
that Saudi final, but it's like he's never been away. What a wonderful start. Looks very relaxed.
85.
His approach embodies why fans call it poetry in motion. Every stroke has meaning. Every pause, purpose, every movement, grace. Young players can imitate his mechanics, but what can't be replicated is his imagination. That blend of vision and daring that turns technical excellence into pure art. In Xi'an, that artistry returned in full force, reminding the world that when the rocket finds rhythm, snooker becomes something far beyond sport. It becomes poetry, alive on the table.
After playing for 40-odd years, just all of a sudden decides after choking the cue to bang the putt off. Amazing.
22.
Ronnie O'Sullivan's stunning return at the Xi'an Grand Prix reminds us why he's considered the greatest player snooker has ever seen. At 49 years old, making his 1000th ranking event match with a dominant 5-0 whitewash and 2 magnificent centuries, the Rocket proved that class is permanent and age is just a number. From his 7-week break to his breathtaking performance, Ronnie has once again demonstrated why fans worldwide are captivated by his genius at the table.
People are in Ronnie O'Sullivan. I think he's still fascinated in the game, you know, hence he's still looking for the odd change, the different cue.
Can O'Sullivan go all the way and win the Xi'an Grand Prix? Or will another contender stop his momentum? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's discuss who you think will claim that £177,000 prize.